I am the Caledonia Massif. I stand tall in the Atlantic forest of Rio in Brazil. I am calm, wise, and for millions of years I've been watching over you from here. Throughout the day, I shift in color with the sunlight. At sunset, I glow orange and pink, then slowly turn blue for the night. Clouds often gather around me whispering their secrets. I'm like an old master offering wisdom and peace to all who come to see me. I am the Caledonia Massif. Who are you? Today I'm going to do some plein air painting from this land that is actually our land, looking to the Caledonia Massif. We go out into nature to reconnect with the source. When we surround ourselves with the elements, that's when we feel most present and most creative. And if you allow yourself to truly notice what's around you with all your senses, you might realize that you are that very same nature and then connect with your true inner self. When heading to a place to sketch, photograph, or simply contemplate, be fully present from the first step. Observe the light, the colors, the beauty of the forms, and also the feelings that arise in you. That's what artists do. To draw and to paint is to notice. It's to look so closely that you begin to know your subject so much that you're able to capture its essence in whatever is most meaningful to you. Some artists focus on color, others on shapes and forms, some on the relationships between the elements being observed, and others on the feelings and emotions that arise from their experience of presence. Either way, if you allow it, the experience of painting nature from observation can transform you. When we moved here, I was fascinated with the Three Peaks Mountains. Now, after living here for over 4 years, we've explored other places and I find myself even more mesmerized by the Caledonia Massif than by the other peaks. I love the layered view of its rock formations. It feels like many mountains and just one at the same time. In this small watercolor sketch, I'm trying to better understand which parts are in front of others and to capture those beautiful lines that are watermarks from the rain. There's also a beautiful mix of bare rock and green areas that I'd like to paint. Today I brought 3 water brushes and a small watercolor kit that actually had more colors than I really needed. The clouds kept changing all the time, moving the cast shadows from one place to another as if the earth were breathing. I worked quickly, capturing only the main features and using this process as a practice of noticing. After the first layer, I added more color and details in a few areas, but without overworking the piece. I focused on the central part of the massif, leaving some areas out of frame, but including the tops of the trees right in front of me. While painting this watercolor sketch, I felt calm, peaceful, and in flow, and with my eyes moving across the landscape as if I were a bird flying by. To me, mountains are like temples, always invoking a sense of reverence and awe. One of the ideas behind this sketch is to gather information for the first official piece of the My Nature project. I really wanted to start with the Caledonia Massif, which, to me, feels like the oldest of the mountains around here. I can only hope to do justice to its imposing and noble presence. Today I decided to paint this beautiful Caledonia Massif view in my small sketchbook. This is really small. This is by Hanmil. And while I was painting, it wasn't a long time painting, but the light was changing, the clouds were changing all the time, casting shadows, sometimes in one part of the massif, sometimes in another part. So when you are painting something like this, which is kind of like a quick watercolor sketch. It's usually a good idea to paint fast if you want to capture a particular light that you're seeing, because the weather might change very fast, and if you are looking for a particular light that you saw, you might lose it if it take you too long to paint. And I really enjoyed the result. And in this painting, I was hoping to get this top part of these trees. They are like right here, but I want them to be closer to the massif, so it's not really truthful to the real life, so I wanted to have it a little bit taller, so it will be more in frame, if you know what I mean. So when you're painting from observation, you might choose to be as perfect as possible, as factual as possible to what you're seeing, or as an artist, you always have the freedom to select different colors or change different proportions. But I really think it's important that this is something intentional while you are changing and you get in contact with your emotions and your perceptions. So this is what I did here. The trees are a little bit taller than they are in real life. In the next video, I'm gonna paint the Caledonia Massif with watercolors using the small sketch I just painted and 2 photos as references. I want to capture this beautiful sunset ray of light that appeared just as we were leaving the place. It was magical and it felt like a gift. On this channel, I create art inspired by the Atlantic forest where I live, and I share the process in weekly videos. Subscribe to the channel so you can follow along. And if you love nature art and would like to be part of my community, Our Nature, click the link in the description below and join a group of like-minded people. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye!